This was originally 2 videos, but I'm going to combine it into 2. We'll start off with this age-old saying that everyone has seemed to have forgotten. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never fucking hurt me. Words aren't an issue. People's opinions change all the time. One day you're the hero, one day you're the bad guy. One day you're the worst person on earth, one minute you're the devil, next minute you're God. People are insecure, people are jealous, people are envious. Most people out there are spiritually dead. They are engaged in activities which are stripping them of their soul. So, if words cannot hurt you, why do you care what these people say? Why do you care what these NPCs say? And I've had to really logically analyse this belief that I've had in my mind, because all beliefs are formed from paradigms, and the paradigms are in your subconscious, and in your subconscious mind there's a whole load of shit. There's a whole load of shit that needs to come out, and you can practice and start practicing this by meditation and looking within you, and that's something you can do at any time, however many times you want. That is breathing in, breathing out. You all know what meditation is by now, sitting silent with your mind. Okay. We talk more about this in the Creator Mind Mastery program, and we'll get into that later. But the second part of the video it was originally 2 videos, but I thought I'll combine it into 1 because they're relevant to each other. People are opportunists. If you don't respect yourself, if you don't have enough self-worth, if you don't have enough self-confidence, if you don't have enough self-esteem, people will walk all over you. People will take whatever you have and leave you in the dirt and trample you and spit on you. You need to have a boundary. You need to have respect. Most guys out there do not have boundaries. They're too nice. They're too givers. If someone is trying to test you, you don't say anything because you fear what may happen to you. But I don't fucking fear anything. Back when I was in school, I started talking about abortion. I said abortion is a moral crime, and I still believe it is. I don't think you have a right to kill a baby. And everyone attacked me for it. All the women in my 6th form attacked me for it, but they knew I was right. You know, you can't hate a guy that speaks the truth. But people are opportunists. Throughout my life, there's been various times where you try and do genuinely good to people. You serve other people, you put their needs before yours, but you don't receive anything back. People are takers. Most of this world, I'd say about 80% of this world are NPCs. They're takers, they're dead, they're narcissists, they are horrible, disgusting, evil pieces of shit. I don't mince my words here. I made a commitment to speak honestly. And this is the truth. Most people are out for themselves, okay? So why aren't you doing things for yourself? Why aren't you going to the gym? When I go to the gym, I train like a motherfucking animal. Because I'm doing it for myself. It's a gym. What do you expect? When I want to record a video, I'll go out into the forest where I am now. I'm sitting in the car at the moment, but I'm going to go for a lovely walk and hug some fucking trees. But I want to sit in the forest. I want to record a video in my car, so I will record a video in my car. I don't care if people look at me. I don't care what they say, do, or think. And here is the kicker. There are genuine people out there, and when people do look at you, you can often perceive it as people are judging you. But more often than not, people are inspired by you. People are interested in what you're doing. Here is a guy that has broken free from the system, is living consciously, is living how he wants to live. People are interested in that. But the dangerous thing is that people are opportunists as well. Everything is a give and take situation. Everything is transactional in life. Donald Trump understood this. When he was talking about Melania Trump, his wife, the President of the United States, before he became a public citizen, when he was a private citizen, he said he views everything as a transaction. And I view everything like that as well. Because here's the thing, people are going to say, oh, that's heartless, that's shallow. But the world is heartless. The world is shallow. No one really cares about you. No one cares about you enough to come into your room, pick you up out of bed, punch you in the face, tell you to wake the fuck up and get a move on with your life. Man up. You get one life. Live it. Live it to the extreme with no apologies. But live it how you want to live it. Most people are living for everyone else. And this is why most people don't actually have a good life. When you die with regrets. And you get sent back into this planet. If you think it's all over, it ain't. It breaks my heart to see all these old men, all these guys, dying. They leave their jobs and they're full of regret. They're full of regret. But old people are some of the kindest people you'll speak to. And that's why I've always enjoyed spending time with older, more mature men. Because they don't have any agenda. They really don't care. They've lived life. I really respect the cultures that respect the wisdom that the elderly or the old generation have. Now, does this mean they're all good? No. Like with anything, most people are fucking idiots. But if you don't set your own boundaries, guys, you're going to get stamped on. And there are limits. And you have to know what your limits are. If people are pushing you around, if people are getting physical with you, then in my opinion, it's all guns blazing, it's game on. There is no limit. I set my own limits. If someone is physically aggressive with me, I decide exactly how that's going to finish. Either me or him in the hospital. That's how it's got to be. Because the world does not respect weakness. And that's a brutal truth. The world does not respect weakness. So if the world does not respect you, you're probably a guy that doesn't respect yourself. If you don't have any self-esteem, if you don't have any self-love, if you don't have that emotional bank account, life is going to be extremely cruel to you, and you're going to perceive that as extremely cruel. And here's where the Creator Mind Mastery Program becomes the solution. Because in the Creator Mind Mastery Program, we talk about, and I teach you, how your beliefs are formed from paradigms. And these paradigms are ingrained into your subconscious when you are young. You are fucked up by parents, teachers, the people around you, your environment, from the ages of 0 to 7. Your brain is like a sponge. You observe everything. You've just been sent onto this planet. You're not familiar with it, and you suddenly got to realise at 0 years old, what the fuck? What am I doing here? So you absorb everything like a sponge, and this gets deeply ingrained into your brain. So a lot of people are operating out of fear because they have a survival paradigm, a fight or flight paradigm within their mind. And most people don't realise this. Most people don't understand this. Most people have never been told this. Once you break free from the negativity, once you break free from the false paradigms, once you believe in yourself, once you have this self-esteem, once you have this self-respect, the world opens up for you. The world is a lot easier when you respect yourself. And this is coming from a guy who I had, at one point, no self-respect. Why do you think I give such good advice? Because I've been through a shit ton of things. But these have all been lessons. And here's the final bit. Nothing is ever a negative. Everything is positive because you learn from it. Everything is a lesson. You can learn so much from life by just being aware of what is actually going on, being objective. And this is why practicing meditation is a great way to do this. Detach from your thoughts. I'm a guy who was on antidepressants for years. My testosterone was still sky high. And that's because I got the symbols. I got the line, the testosterone test on the hand. If you know, you know. And I had the willpower, I had the self-love, I had the self-respect to say no. I completely stopped those medications cold turkey. You're not meant to do it, but I am strong enough. So I did. Not everyone is. But you're listening to advice from a guy who has overcome a lot of things. And I've reframed my mindset, my mind. I've become the master of my mind. I've controlled my reality as a result. And reality, when you break free from negative thinking, when you break free from how you currently perceive the world, you're free to do whatever the fuck you want. That's why it's dangerous. That's why they don't want you to know it. I'll see you inside the Creator Minds Mastery Program. We will have an enormously positive community in there and an enormously strong community of supportive, like-minded people. And we can only do that with guys like you involved. You obviously get the content as well, which is the most transformative content you will ever learn. When you click on the link down below, you'll be able to see what we have to offer you. But guys, take inspired action. Take the inspiration I'm giving you and fucking dedicate yourself to something. Get stuck in to what gives you purpose, because here is the truth. You set your purpose, you dictate your purpose, you find out what you want to do, but you can only find out your purpose by trying things. Okay?